press A few times, and then they're in a game. Fuck. So annoying. Anyway. It happens, you know. And I got that clean there the other day, and that was amazing. And I was smiling for days. Maybe this is my comeuppance. You know, worlds.
We played.
Don't forget me now. Yeah,
played-
he's thinking you had too much fun. Bring you down a notch. Oh, you sent me something.
Yeah, some music.
Music.
Yeah. We played a couple of Huskies last night, and the RNG was ridiculous. Like, the other team just kept getting hammers and rockets, and we were getting nothing. It happened like 2 games in a row. It was mental. It was really bad.
I need to increase sound on this one. It's really quiet.
Well, it's not mixed or anything.
Yeah, I can't really hear. I find it difficult to hear you.
Oh, me specifically.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like really quiet.
I thought you meant the music.
No, I can't. I haven't listened to. You sent me music.
Yeah.
Yeah, SoundCloud. Yeah. Alright.
You can't hear me.
A bit. Yeah, I can hear you. It's just like quite quiet.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Total control. Capture
How about
all
now?
zones to score.
Is that better?
It's the same really. I mean, I think it's just my shitty amp. It's fine. It's fine.
You do not.
Everything's
hear
just
an
quiet.
American
I mean,
accent.
like. Sorry, say that again.
Someone asking if they heard an American accent, but I don't have an American accent.
Are we in the game chat?
I am not an American.
I'm in the game chat now. I'm not.
Haha, very good.
All 3 zones to score.
Can I hear you now?
Hello.
This Tatezia guy thinks he's, you know, God's gift with the sniper. He hasn't hit anything yet though. That Nox guy is alright. Oh shit.
Your team is close to total control.
No, I'm stuck on the trees.
Okay. Everyone's on the right hand side. Not anymore.
Zone captured.
Target spotted.
Hostiles are capturing a zone. Zone lost. An ally is claiming a zone.
Your team is close to total control.
Excuse me, how?
The enemy is capturing a zone.
We're playing against pretty good people. Play against these regularly. Ed Vates, he like posts a lot online. I believe.
Zone lost.
Doing like trick shots and stuff.
Sick in it.
An ally is claiming a zone.
The fuck off!
I'm sorry, Constable.
Zone captured.
We're a constable.
Constable.
Yes, yes, I heard you the first time.
Do you know what a constable is?
The one a constable is a police officer. Also, it's the last name of a very famous artist.
That shut
You
him
know
up.
what a constable is.
Yes, a policeman, essentially.
One of ours is capturing a zone. Mark the shields.
Yes, yeah, no, you're right. You're completely right.
It's like the bottom rung of policemen. Isn't it? Or is it the next one up?
I've got no idea.
Oh, cough. Give it!
Zone lost. The enemy is capturing a zone.
There's two by the Banshee.
Zone lost.
On their OS. Oh shit. We need B, we need B. Coming, Marcus. Marcus Women.
Rush B.
The enemy is capturing a zone. The efficient banditry spawn.
Your enemy is nearing total control.
Poop.
Control for the enemy. You got new zones incoming.
They'll think twice next time.
Did years ago.
New zones are ready for capture.
This zone is as good as ours. Zone captured. An ally has captured a zone. Consider
That was
this
nice.
army assembled.
You got new zones incoming.
Been so unlucky this whole game. What, right at the bottom.
New zones are ready for capture.
Why did I get back in there?
One shot right there.
I think 80% of my scores come from assists.
The enemy is capturing a zone. An ally has captured a zone.
Are any of you chaps in need of a mail-ordered room?
What?
Enemy has seized a zone.
You, sir, are really trying my patience.
Capturing a zone.
He's very polite, if I'm honest. He'd be a great groom.
I'm also a massive Anglophile from a country that is not known for its Anglophilia.
Yeah. You know, I've got a cousin who might be interested.
The enemy is capturing a zone.
You don't sound French.
I'm not French. What do I sound like?
Control to the enemy. You got
Some
new
kind of Eastern
zones
Bloc.
incoming.
Okay, close enough, but can you be more specific?
Latvian.
Latvian?
Yeah.
Latvia is at least 1,000 kilometers away from me, dude.
Oh god. Damn.
New zones are ready for capture.
You are a portrait of accuracy.
1,000 kilometers from Latvia. From Serbia.
Serbians don't like
Capturing a zone.
British people.
How to explain? There's a lot of Russophilia where I live,
Okay.
Zone
and
lost.
to explain.
Bunch,
You
two,
know
there's
how
two,
people in the
two on
West
Banshee.
are weeaboos for Japan?
That's where I live.
Both low.
Yeah, you have a bunch of people in like America who are weeaboos in Japan. A bunch of old people where I live are essentially weeaboos, but for Russia. I'm a weeaboo, but for the UK and America.
The enemy has seized a zone.
Russia booze.
Essentially.
These guys I'm born with
An ally
Thought.
is claiming a zone.
Hope we play against them. Oh, we can still win it. We can still win it. Right,
It's
guys.
trash can, not trash cannot.
Zone captured.
You must be an Anglophile with all this bloody wordplay.
I grew up watching Cartoon Network and like, can I explain? Listening more to English than I did to my native language.
Oh, I see.
Hostiles are
So you would
capturing a zone.
assume I'm a big Anglophile, just from that.
Down there.
Midi Grey Knight.
5 minutes.
Say again?
Midi Grey Knight. Fuck these guys. We're gonna win it. We're gonna win it. We're gonna fucking win it.
Ours is capturing
Grey Knight or Grail Knight?
I was behind Grey Knight. Fine.
Oh,
There's
Grail.
two people by their sniper.
Your team is close to total control.
There's one ball. I'm
An
behind you,
ally
one ball
has
fire.
seized a zone.
You're doing one ball fire. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
The enemy
Gonna get
is
to C.
capturing a zone. Enemy has seized a zone.
Alright, we're getting B.
Oh, come off it!
There's two. Let's go. They're all in that building. Two going snipe now.
No!
Going towards A. They're going towards A.
Zone lost. The enemy has seized a zone. Hostiles are capturing a zone.
Someone get one of the other deals. We lost. Oh wait, wait, wait. Oh,
Match lost.
Sorry, I was too late.
Next time, Spartan.
okay.
No worries.
My apologies, Anglos.
Thanks, Isaac. I know. I think the ping sometimes can stop you from getting the splatters you deserve. What's happening? Tom, are you there? Thomas. Thomas. Thomas.
Total control. Capture all zones to score.
Oh, it's because they're a big team of them, right? Luckily, we've got Azka and Aspen.
Is
And
that
Sarah.
Russia here?
And we've also got our friend from Serbia. Nice.
The Serbian prince. What is going on? The textures are all messed up.
3 zones to
Oh no.
Right. Get rid of their
Oh no.
Banshee. Quick as possible.
I can't see anything.
Why can't you see anything?
All the
There's text
te-
all over the screen.
The enemy is
Yeah.
capturing a zone.
Let's see how well this. I can see through things as well, though. Aspen.
An ally is claiming a zone. An ally has captured a zone.
They got one more Warhawk. Or what it was. Alright.
Hostiles are
Vehicles
capturing a
down.
zone.
Now.
They'll think twice next time.
Oh, they've got to go with the shock. Shock at sea.
Taking cover. One of ours is capturing a zone. The enemy is capturing a zone.
Enemy Spartan has active camo.
Your team is close to total control.
The enemy is capturing a zone.
This is unplayable for me.
Really?
Yeah.
The enemy has seized a zone.
If I could get in a Banshee, it might be doable.
I'm behind C, I'm behind C. I'm gonna go after them.
The enemy is capturing a zone.
I can't see shit.
The enemy has seized a zone. An ally is claiming a
Right.
zone.
He's down. I'm gonna go for A. They're at B.
Zone captured. An ally is claiming a zone.
Shit.
Tango's closing.
We got rockets. B.
The enemy is capturing
A.
a zone.
Other.
The enemy is capturing a zone.
I'll get in. I'll get in. Yeah. Let me get in.
Oh, do you want
let's
to
go.
drive? Because I can't see.
Yeah, I'll drive. Who wants to get back?
Total control for the enemy. You got new
They got
zones
rockets. They got
incoming.
rockets. We're gonna go around the back.
I can't see a shit.
There's a guy right in front of you. Oh, he's gonna kick me out.
I'm gonna try quitting and then jumping back in.
Zones are ready to capture.
sharpest minds and the sharpest elbows. And the sharp mind crowd
Huh.
gets tons of resources because the sharp elbow crowd makes sure that power is used to perpetuate Harvard's place of privilege. And the sharp mind crowd contributes prestige to the sharp elbow crowd. And so by virtue of the fact that you can't deconflate the sharp minds and the sharp elbows, Harvard continues to have this very special place. Now, what is this special place? Why isn't it just a university like any other? I think there's 2 or 3 principal reasons. One of which is that Harvard is sort of an extension of the U.S. government. The government department, which is sort of Harvard's version of poli-sci, is kind of an extension of the State Department at times. The economics department ends up setting economic policy in many ways for the United States. And above all, there is this concept that in every field, there's usually one institution that sets the narrative. So for example, in journalism, the New York Times is different than all other newspapers and news organs because of its focus on what we sometimes hear of as narrative-driven journalism. Now, people now talk a lot more about narrative, but 15 years ago, I don't think this was common knowledge, that the editorial room at the New York Times was a place where people thought about what the long arcs of stories were. And you figured out what the arc of the story was before the facts came in. So for example, Hillary is inevitable was a long arc in narrative-driven journalism. It wasn't true, but all the information that came in when Hillary was running against Donald.
Yeah, that was unplayable.
Try again.
I'll take some screenshots of what I had so you can see what I was up against.
Want to play? Do you want me to try again?
Yeah. It was just that it's happened like once or twice before.
The people we were playing against, they're good. They're good.
Well, I couldn't
They're
see them,
pain
so
in
I
the
wouldn't know.
Rockets. Yeah.
You got new
They got
zones
rockets.
in.
They got rockets.
Yeah, I've sent you a picture.
Hello. Sorry, I was away.
It's
Talking to nobody.
Check your WhatsApp.
The SoundCloud thing. Can't see anything else. Oh, now it's coming.
Well,
Wow.
Slain.
Why do we keep playing this map? Is it this map that keeps fucking up, Troy?
no, it's fine now. There's also, you know, the Guardian remake that's in the Halo 3 Refuel playlist.
Yeah.
I regularly fall through the floor, or appears to be falling through the floor on
Earn
the
more kills than your opponents
near
if you
the
win.
lift.
Right.
It's like I always like glitch out around there. It makes games quite impossible,
Hmm.
especially when you're playing oddball and the team seems to always go there for some reason.
Playing against the same guys again.
Even now you have me.
Yeah, good. We can get back. We can get into a.
So just
They're
say
not
it.
that good. Yeah, it's just Slayer. They're alright. Not amazing.
You're quite lethal with that.
I'm going up here. I'm getting shot. Hey, guy right here.
I'm with you.
Yeah, there's another one. Another one. Absolutely.
Come back.
Get my health back. Sorry, I would have come earlier, but
No, it's
get
fine.
my health back.
I didn't know there was 2 guys there, so.
a shotgun. Guy's dead. This guy's over there.
Oh, you fool.
Lots of guys, a couple of shots below Monodo. Just below you.
What the fuck? No, 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 no,
What I
no.
would like is a repulsor. Where do those spawn? This map.
Outstanding.
Holy shit balls.
Good in his.
Another one put down.
What?
Not today, friend.
That's bullshit.
Who's got the sniper? Whoever's got the sniper, you've still got bullets in it. Shoot down the Banshee.
They got 2 banshees.
We've got the sniper. Dead. Also, just anyone else, shoot the Banshee. Just shoot it. With your fucking DMR. Or PR. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it! Nice. It's dead. There's another one. Shoot it.
Kiss the
I'm being
Swiss.
teabagged! I win that.
Enemy has an S7 sniper.
Keep your head down.
What is everyone doing?
In my sights.
Ah. Oh, nice.
Fuck you.
Moonfang is down.
Chasing me.
Shoot.
Nice. Gunners out that fucking. Where's the Oh fuck it.
Don't you want the bubble shield back?
Ah.
Don't
What
like
do you
bubble
call it?
shield.
Alright. And she's down. Go nuts, guys. Fuck you. Where's that other vehicle? Fuck you, Fergie. Sorry, I keep swearing, didn't I?
It's fine. If you remember, I regularly play with Australians.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Joe. Joe soap dish.
Threat sensor required.
Fucking sniper. Where's the sniper? Sniper. Oh, that guy just picked up the.
The enemy is about to prevail. Do not
That guy just picked up
allow
the
them.
fucking shock. Where does the shock spawn?
Don't know.
Oh, the hammer.
Fuck off!
In my sights. Stay mobile.
It's Halo Infinite, mate.
Just wasn't enough that time, Spartan.
69? I think I'll play one more and then we'll do some ranked. I'm slipping down the
Okay.
I'm slipping down the Japanese leaderboard. I need to get back up.
Capture the
Again?
flag. Capture enemy flags to score.
Yeah, I think something must be up. Must be wrong. This doesn't make any sense.
Capture the fag.
Should be pretty good at it now. Should we get in a vehicle? Gonna be. I'll get inside.
Gonna grab the
Let me get it.
infis.
I'll get it. I'll get it. I've got it. I might jump out at some point.
Trick shot.
Okay, I'm gonna jump out. I'll see you there. I'll get that. I'll get the vehicle.
Enemy
This
has
thing.
your flag.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
The fuck?
The enemy carrier has revealed
What?
themselves.
I fell through the map. The warthog went through the teleport. How the fuck? That's mad.
Fuck's.
Enemy captured the flag.
Oh my god.
The enemy has your flag.
The enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Right, someone take the flag, please. Come on. Alright,
Our forces
I'll
have
fucking
seized the
take it
enemy
then.
flag.
Fucking
An
ridiculous.
ally returned our flag. Enemy returns their flag.
God, this banshee just won't die.
It will. If everyone shoots at it, it will fucking die.
The enemy has your flag.
If that works. You shoot the thing. It'll definitely die.
Lost a teammate.
Enemy flag carrier. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. The enemy carrier has revealed themselves. We have eyes on the enemy flag.
Oh my fucking god.
The enemy has your flag.
We have eyes on the enemy flag carrier. They've taken our flag.
Right, I'm gonna stop it. I mean, like, I'm happy to sit back and, on the flag and stop people getting it. But normally people just do that. But it seems like no one is. Everyone's just.
I don't know
forward
what
with
I
the
don't know
left stick.
what everyone's doing.
We have eyes on the enemy flag carrier. They've taken our flag.
Enemy captured the flag.
It's not been a fun morning, has it?
Good morning. It's fine. Fine.
Right, I'm going to play a couple of ranked games before I go to work.
Do you want to play more?
Nah, I'm just not feeling it, so I'm going to go play some ranked before work.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Catch you later.
All right.
Bye.
In a bit. Bye bye.
Trump was fed through this prism of the inevitability of Hillary Clinton. In the same way, Harvard practices narrative-driven academics. It tells you what is happening, what the grand arcs are, and those, just like the 2016 election, are very often untrue. And so that's a way in which Harvard serves power. It brings people in who are brilliant, and then it takes the ones of those who are willing to play ball with the engines of power, and it enters into the storytelling mode in which Harvard sets the tone for everyone. So when you lose Harvard, it's very important, very different. The last thing that I can say that really distinguishes Harvard is that Harvard, there's the open part of Harvard, the classrooms, and there's the closed part of Harvard that you can't see at all. And it's sort of a system of star chambers. And I don't think people who have not tangled with Harvard would comprehend how much of what Harvard gets done behind closed doors because it can't be done in the open.
Well, like, what do you mean?
I'll give you a crazy example. I was not allowed to attend my own thesis defense. Now, you're not an academic by training. If you tell it to an academic, they don't even understand what you're saying. They think that you're making a joke, or you must not have understood something, or maybe you were sick that day and you had to zoom in, or who knows what. But I don't mean that at all. I mean, when I tried to get my PhD, the Harvard Math Department instituted a rule that said you could not attend your own thesis defense. You could not determine who would present your thesis, your dissertation. So basically what happened is, if you had an advisor, which almost everyone did, your advisor presented your thesis behind closed doors. Nobody's ever heard of this in the history of academics.
Is this how Claudine Gay got away with it?
No, I don't know. Claudine Gay was taken down for two different reasons. One reason she was taken down was for not having crisper statements about the uniformity of application of rules of codes of conduct when it came to Jewish students. So it's one thing whether you have a free speech policy, or maybe you have a code of conduct where you say we can't tolerate certain kinds of speech. Whatever that is, there's certainly a question about the differential application of that on behalf of different groups. So that was one of the ways that she got into trouble. The other way she got into trouble was the vulnerability of plagiarism and a weak academic record. And, let me just say this early, and everyone will come to it late. Plagiarism is the tip of the iceberg of attribution bullying, where effectively you have these people who determine who did what in the narrative-driven storytelling that is academic. And what papers get cited, which papers don't, what discoveries are named for certain people is determined largely by a tiny number of institutions, Harvard preeminent among them. And so Harvard just plays games morning, noon, and night with writing stories that put Harvard at the center and particular individuals at the top, whether or not those individuals have earned it or not. And what's hard for me is most people are now thinking, okay, Harvard is just full of it, but it isn't. It's half full of it and half the best place on earth to do anything important. And that tension is what's not recognized. Now, power has to take a back seat to academics and to discovery and to brilliance if this game is to be maintained. You can't constantly just exercise power and tell stories. So in my history with this university, I've tried to figure out why does it behave so differently than every other institution of research.
Is DEI the boogeyman that everyone is worried about?
this is so hard to even get into it. Our universities won World War II in large measure. I mean, if you need codes broken, if you need new weapons developed, you're supposed to have SEAL Team 6 of the human mind that you can call on, and that's supposed to be MIT, Caltech, Princeton, Harvard. It's a very small number of super prestigious universities. Part of the problem is, if you think about, I don't know how to say this exactly. If you think about a university as akin to an exotic car, a lot of people buy a McLaren or a Lamborghini or Ferrari because they like the styling, status. But the soul of all of those cars is racing, right? And the people who buy the cars for the racing sometimes are really annoyed by the fact that the cars are status symbols. And that's what a research university is to me. I'm interested in the racing, and other people are interested because it's sort of what you do to show that you got a $2 million bonus from your investment banking job. If you don't race it, I don't know what you're doing there, and I'd prefer that you leave. The purpose of a university is not teaching. The purpose of a great university is training and research. And we can't afford to lose that. I don't think people have any idea how important it is to be able to call on your own nation's top academics when you need the truth, you need something done, you need help. And so whatever it is that is denaturing our universities, that's turning this into a nightclub where the whole trick is to get past the bouncer for the cool kids, has to be stopped.
But what does it say that the ex-president of Harvard is someone whose academic bona fides were found out to be plagiarized, largely?
I'm trying to say the balance between the sharp elbows and the sharp minds is wildly off. And why is it? Nobody wants to say what everybody is thinking, which is this person is not fit to be the president of Harvard University. And why is that? Because they're going to get called a name. This was made all about race. Oh, what, you can't tolerate scholarship of this quality from a black female? You're starting. I wasn't even questioning this before, but now you're saying a scholar's a scholar, and he thinks that does protest too much.
We'll get back to talking to Eric in 1 minute, but first I need to tell you about Element. Stop having coffee first thing in the morning. Your adenosine system to CAF 3 years now. It's got a refund policy now. Palmed.
Don't you feel silly? Don't you feel stupid? Don't you feel a little ashamed? Don't you feel silly? Don't you feel stupid?
Look, we need to bring back exclusion. We're talking way too much about inclusion. Inclusion and exclusion are two halves of a normal process. Claudine Gay needed to be excluded from that office, not included. Now, if you told me that Condoleezza Rice was the president of Harvard, she's black, she's female, and I don't agree with her politically. But I don't think many people would have a qualification issue with Condoleezza Rice, or let's say James Gates as a black man, a distinguished physicist. This has to do with people coming from weaker subjects, particularly activist subjects that didn't exist before the late 60s, early 70s when all of these things were created. You know, to an extent, when you had, I don't know if you recall the pictures of, it was Willard Straight Hall at Cornell with the black students emerging with weapons. You know, there was a revolutionary fervor at the end of the 60s, early 70s, and you have people creating women's studies, you know, black studies, African American studies. And these departments were basically born of activism more than scholarship. I'm not saying no scholarship gets done there, but scholarship and activism are essentially fused. And many of us think activism is great, just don't do it next to our physics and math and computer science and music departments. You know, if what you're really there to do is to ignore certain things and accentuate others and not search for the truth, that's not an ignoble pursuit. It's just, that's not what scholarship is. Scholarship is about understanding things and getting them right. And we've gone down a terrible turn. But, you know, just consider, I think your listeners might enjoy Googling the string, cook something up to ease him out. That was a phrase that was used internally in documents within Harvard when a Kenyan was ejected from the Harvard economics department back in the 60s. And what had really happened is that this guy had passed all of his exams. He was fully qualified. He was working on his dissertation to become a Harvard PhD in economics. And the university, I think, decided that it didn't like an African man sleeping with white women in America. And it got rid of him, even though he was in good standing. The only reason we know about that is that it turned out to be Barack Obama Sr. So Harvard conspired. 100% with the State Department to destroy the career of Barack Obama Sr. And that's how Harvard worked. In the star chambers, it cooks. What does it do? It cooks things up. It cooks up stories. It cooks up attribution. It gives people credit for things that they didn't do first. It takes credit away from other people. I was there in the mid-90s when it destroyed my wife's career through something, a star chamber called the Harvard Jobs Market Meeting. And all the economists go into a closed room, they lock the door, and they say, who's got a good student? And my wife was the student of a Nobel Award winner in economics, and she had done something which was to bring an entirely new kind of mathematics into economic theory to replace something called the marginal revolution, a new form of differential calculus called gauge theory. And a guy named Dale Jorgensen, who recently died, said nope. So even though a Nobel level economist was promoting her and saying this is great stuff, she should go anywhere in the country, a woman of color from the developing world, an old white guy just said no. And in a second, her position in the world is reordered in the pile. And why were they doing this? Because they wanted to fix the CPI. And I don't mean fix as in cure it, I mean fix as in fixing a baseball game. Because the CPI is used to transfer wealth.
What's CPI?
The Consumer Price Index. And the reason it's important is that mostly what the government does after its military is entitlements, Social Security payments, Medicare payments, and those are indexed to inflation. And the way in which it takes in money is through taxes, and those tax brackets are indexed to inflation. So it's very funny, everybody focuses on like central banking and the Fed, but the Bureau of Labor Statistics maintains a statistic that transfers billions and billions of dollars, and if the CPI is overstated, it pays out a lot of money and takes in very little money. And if you can get it to be understated, then you get to take in much more money, you don't have to pay old and sick people. And that's what the Harvard department was doing.
So there's a single figure that mediates everything that gets squeezed through. How funny.
And so what we were doing as a collaboration was showing the right mathematical framework to calculate the CPI.
But that would have allowed less fuckery.
It would have allowed less, to use the technical terms.
So,
but the point being that the Harvard Jobs Market Meeting inside of the Harvard Economics Department is a star chamber the way the immigration status of Obama's father was a star chamber, as was the way in which my PhD was. Over and over again, Harvard closes its doors and it makes stuff up.
This sounds unsalvageable. As somebody, it sounds like we've got the people leading it have gotten in through some combination of diversity, equity, inclusion, nepotism, game playing, harsh elbows. Seems like
they just hired a guy named Daniel S. Freed, who's one of the greatest mathematicians alive in my area. Dan and I might disagree about string theory. We can have scholarly disagreements. Just had lunch with him in Austin, Texas. That guy's a scholar through and through. I can disagree with him. I can fight with him. I can have my difference.
Round one. Ball incoming. Hold on for as long as possible to win.